My heart ached with a dull, persistent pain. Anya and I had been together for 5 years. Our love story, once a vibrant tapestry of shared dreams, now lay in tatters, torn apart by unspoken words and unfulfilled expectations. The breakup had been amicable, a mutual agreement after months of growing distance. Yet the finality of it all hit me with the force of a tidal wave. My world, once filled with Anya's laughter and presence, felt unbearably empty. The silence in my apartment was deafening, a constant reminder of her absence.
Rithvik's heart was heavy with the pain of loss, each moment a reminder of what once was and what could never be again.
Sleep offered little respite from the turmoil within me. Night after night, I tossed and turned, haunted by fragments of dreams. Memories, once cherished treasures, now transformed into bittersweet tormentors. I recalled our first date, the nervous excitement, the stolen glances. I remembered our first vacation together, the thrill of exploring a new city hand in hand. Each memory was a poignant reminder of the love we had shared. Days blurred into an indistinguishable haze of emptiness and despair. I found myself withdrawing from the world, seeking solace in my apartment. I neglected my work, my friends, even my own well-being.
Rithvik's days were filled with sorrow and isolation, each memory a haunting reminder of what he had lost.
One morning, as the first rays of dawn pierced through my curtains, I experienced a glimmer of determination. It was as if a tiny spark had ignited within me, a flicker of hope in the darkness. I knew I couldn't continue down this path of self-destruction. I had to find a way to move on, to heal, to rediscover myself. I started slowly, with small acts of self-care. I forced myself to get out of bed and go for a walk, even if it was just around the block. I began to reconnect with my neglected passions. I dusted off my running shoes and hit the pavement, the rhythm of my footsteps a steady beat against the silence of my thoughts.
With each step, each meal, and each lift, Rithvik began to reclaim his life, finding strength in the small victories that marked his journey toward healing. As his body grew stronger, so too did his spirit. He rediscovered his love for art, spending hours lost in the world of colors and textures.
Each brushstroke, each molded form, was a testament to my resilience, a tangible expression of my journey towards healing.
Gradually, Rithvik began to emerge from the cocoon of isolation he had woven around himself. He started accepting invitations from friends, venturing out to social gatherings he would have avoided just weeks earlier.
It's so good to see you out and about again, Rithvik. We've missed you.
He found himself engaging in conversations again, sharing laughter and stories, feeling the warmth of human connection rekindle within him.
I realized that happiness wasn't something to be found in the arms of another person, but rather a state of being that resided within me, waiting to be cultivated and nurtured.
With each passing day, the pain of the breakup began to recede, replaced by a quiet sense of peace and a growing sense of self-awareness.
I realized that our time together, though ultimately ending in heartbreak, had taught me valuable lessons about myself, about my strengths, my weaknesses, and my capacity for love and forgiveness.
He learned the importance of communication, of expressing his needs and desires, of listening with an open heart. He discovered the significance of setting boundaries, of prioritizing his own well-being.
I embraced the opportunity to explore new interests, to step outside of my comfort zone, to challenge myself in ways I never had before.
He took up hiking, finding solace in the solitude of nature, the rhythmic sound of his own breath, a calming mantra amidst the rustling leaves and chirping birds. As the months turned into a year, Rithvik found himself reflecting on his journey with a sense of gratitude.
But I also recognized the strength I had discovered within myself, the resilience I had never known I possessed, the capacity for growth and transformation that had emerged from the ashes of my heartbreak.
He realized that the breakup, though excruciatingly painful at the time, had been a catalyst for profound personal growth. It had forced him to confront his own insecurities, to examine his beliefs about love and relationships.
I learned to appreciate the beauty of solitude, the importance of self-love, the empowering realization that my happiness was ultimately my own responsibility.
As Rithvik stood at the cusp of a new year, he felt a surge of optimism and excitement for the future.
I carried the lessons I had learned with me, not as burdens from the past, but as guiding stars illuminating the path ahead.
He was ready to embrace new adventures, to forge new connections, to write the next chapter of his life story with courage, authenticity, and an open heart. He knew that life would inevitably bring its share of challenges and heartaches, but he also knew that he possessed the inner strength and resilience to navigate whatever storms lay ahead.
I had found my footing on solid ground, my roots firmly planted in the soil of self-love and acceptance.
And so, he stepped forward, not with fear or trepidation, but with a heart filled with gratitude, hope, and a quiet confidence that the best was yet to come. He had found his way back to himself, and in doing so, had discovered a love and acceptance that no one could ever take away.